What's up, guys? This is Jeff with Win Big Picks, and today I'll be breaking down my top four picks for Thursday night football between the Packers and Commanders. Recapping yesterday, what a day we had, going 4-1 on the picks in our last video, and then 3-1 over on VIP. The guys that hit for us early in the day, Matt Chapman, more than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He scores a run in the bottom of the ninth to cash for us there. Matt Olson, also more than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He delivers for us late in that one in the eighth with a hit to cash for us there. Then Shohei Ohtani, more than 9.5 fantasy score. This one looked like we were going to miss it. It looked like he had flied out in the eighth with the bases loaded, but he actually ends up reaching on catcher's interference and then scored when Mookie Betts hit a grand slam right after. The less than betters, they got to be punching the air on that one because that's one hell of a bad beat. And then Chris Sale, more than 6.5 strikeouts. This was the easiest cash we had. He made us look like geniuses on this one because he struck out the first 7 guys that he faced. Ridiculous. And then the one guy that missed for us, Yuri Perez, less than 5.5 strikeouts. He goes over this in the third. Didn't look too good on that one. Well, as you can see, we hit on quite a few slips. This one over on Betr. Now, again, Betr does these daily discount picks, at least 2 a day usually. So we took the Mookie Betts one for just to hit 1 total base. He got that, no problem. Paired him up with Harrison Bader to get 1 hit runner RBI for a quick double up. Then over on Chalkboard, they gave out 6 discount picks yesterday, and 5 of them hit. As you can see, we paired up Ohtani with one of them, Suzuki, for a quick 2.5 about. And then Bobby Witt, he was another one for just more than half a base. He gets that. Paired him with one of our VIP picks, Clay Holmes, more than 4.5 hits allowed. And then Chapman paired him up with Byron Buxton, another discount pick over there. Hit that, no problem. And then Nick Pivetta, one of our VIP picks on the outs, paired him up with Matt Olson to hit that one there. And then over on Prizepicks, just paired up Chapman and Ohtani, do a quick triple up there as well. And before we get to today's picks, just reminding you guys that over on Betr, they'll give you a free $10 just to sign up if you use our link below and code WINBIGPICKS. Then on top of that, they'll match your first deposit up to 50%, up to $200. Meaning if you throw in $400, they'll give you $200 on top of it. And then also available for tonight's game, the Jaden Daniels free pick. Just needs to throw for 1 yard to hit that one. Again, sign up with the link below, code WINBIGPICKS, and you'll get all of that. And as usual, if you send a screenshot of that first deposit over to our email address on the screen here, we'll give you a free month of our VIP picks over on Winnable. All the picks we put out there texted right to your phone the second we hit the post button, and just reminded you about the NFL and college season pass. If you're just into football, want all those VIP picks there, you pick up that pass. Only 11 remaining. You'll get all football picks from now until Super Bowl 60. So, on to today's picks. And just reminding you guys, we're using Outlier for all our research. If you want to try it out, there's a link down below. Get a 7-day free trial. They got all the sports on there. It's really comprehensive, as you can see from everything on the screen. But yeah, link below. Try it out. So first up, we're taking Jaden Daniels, more than 225.5 pass yards. Now, he hit this last week against the Giants, where he threw for 233. He didn't even really need to throw that much because the Giants' run defense is awful. They allowed 220 yards on the ground to them as a team. But last year, he went over this 13 of 20. And then on the road, he was even more efficient, going over this in 7 of 11. Now, I do think they'll pass a bit more. One of the reasons is the Packers' run defense could be a problem. Last week they only gave up 46 yards to the Lions running backs, Gibbs and Montgomery over there. Now, that could be the Lions turning back into the Lions that we've been used to forever. Or it could be the Packers' run D actually be decent. And if you look at last year's, stats against, they were seventh best run defense in the league. So I think that that'll hold true in this one as well. The total in this one, it's at 48.5 points, pretty high. Washington, they're slight underdogs, 3.5 point spread. So it definitely could be mean that they'll be throwing more. Their receivers arguably better this year. This year too, they added Debo Samuel. They got Terry McLaurin. So I think if you add all that up, he should go over 225.5 yards in this one. And then staying with the Commanders, we're taking Austin Ekeler, more than 22.5 receiving yards. And I think this is just too low for what he can do. Last week went for 31 versus the Giants. Last year, him on the road, he was over this in 6 out of 9 games. Green Bay last year, 27th in receiving yards allowed to running backs. Last week, they allowed 49 to Detroit's backs. In Green Bay, they just added Micah Parsons a couple weeks ago. I think if he puts any pressure on Jaden and Jaden can't run, he'd be in a prime position to just dump the ball off to Ekeler here. And, maybe they even have a few design plays to do that specifically. However it happens, I think 22.5 it's more than attainable, and I think he'll hit that here. And just pausing real quick here, reminding you guys to hit the like button and subscribe down below. Comment if you want to. Really, anything to help get the algorithm going in our favor would be appreciated. And also, we're still teamed up with Wanna Parlay. You sign up using our link below and the code WINBIGPICKS to give you a 100% deposit match up to $250. That's one of the highest I've seen on any app. And what makes them stand out is they're the only DFS app where you can combine team picks with player picks, things like spreads, totals, money line, stuff like that. You can do it all over there on Wanna Parlay. Just use our link below. And then the free VIP that also applies to this as well. Send a screenshot of your first deposit on Wanna Parlay over to our email address. Free month of VIP. So back to the picks. On the Green Bay side, taking Tucker Kraft for less than 3.5 receptions. Last week, he only had 2 on 4 targets. And then last year, he was under this in 2/3 of the games. Last year, Washington, they were 4th best in the league in receptions allowed to tight ends. They only allowed 2 receptions to tight ends last week to the whole Giants offense. If you could really call it an offense, it's really only Malik Neighbors over there. And for Green Bay, they really don't have that number one receiver type that you'll see. So, like last week, Jordan Love, he'll just be spreading the ball around to everyone, which works out in our favor. No one really getting too many catches. And I also think they'll run the ball plenty in this game, which brings us to our last pick, Josh Jacobs to score at least 1 touchdown. Now, this is heavily juiced, the line on this, and for good reason, because he scored this in 10 in a row. Last year, Washington, they gave up an average of a touchdown a game to running backs, and Josh should be the one carrying it because last week, the other 2 backs on the team got 2 carries total. He got the other 19. And just Washington's run defense in general, as I scroll over to it here. Last year, they were just as bad as the Giants were at stop of the run, 29th. And again, with the total being so high at 48.5, I don't think all the scoring is going to be coming through the air. So I do think they'll get at least 1 on the ground, and Jacobs is going to be the guy to do it. Yeah, just show you guys, bet we've already locked in over on Betr. We got Kraft under on the receptions, Daniels over on the yards. If you want to pair one of the other picks with the Daniels free pick, you can get the old 10 to 10 for 50, 5x your money there. Then if you want to track everything we've been doing, all our picks that we make are on the Pick It app. We're up 257 units since last year. We play $10 a unit. You can find us over there at Carpsy151 and Pick It as well. They're doing this. If you download the app using our link below and the code WINBIGPICKS. That's all you got to do. Plus, sync up a sports book. They'll give you free money just to do it. It's a free app. It doesn't cost anything to download. Don't have to sign up for anything. You just download it with our link and the code. They give you $3 right to your Venmo or PayPal, and there's a chance that $3 could be $100. So really, there is nothing to lose. It is free money, and that's what they're doing over there on Pickett. So that is all we got for you guys right now. Let's hope we green out, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Later.